You're listening to the E-Commerce Minute, your daily dose of e-commerce, tech, and retail news with your hosts, Bart Mroz and John Suter. The show is a production of Sumo Heavy, a digital commerce consulting firm located in Brooklyn, New York, and Philadelphia. Find us on the web at sumoheavy.com. This episode of the E-Commerce Minute is brought to you by Frameology. Frameology is simple, beautiful framing for the photos you love. Pick a frame, upload a photo, done. Free shipping on orders over $50. Start shopping at Frameology.com. And E-Commerce Minute podcast listeners get 10% off at checkout with the code PODCAST. Frameology. Simple, beautiful framing for the photos you love.
This is the E-Commerce Minute for December 6th, 2017. Alexa comes to the workplace.
Alexa's coming to your office. At the recent cloud computing conference in Las Vegas, Amazon announced Alexa for Business. The service allows users to book conference rooms, begin video conferences, and print documents, among a multitude of other common office tasks. You no longer ever have to dial in a conference ID, Amazon's Chief Technology Officer Werner Vogel said, introducing the service. Just say, Alexa, start the meeting. The skills are accessed via... My Alexa in the other room is not quite sure how to help with that. The skills are accessed via the Amazon voice devices like the Echo, Dot, and Show, and integrated with the workplace software. Additionally, co-working giant WeWork has already been testing out the platform for about a month and has integrated the voice devices in meeting rooms at the Chelsea headquarters. The test for now is only available to WeWork employees as they determine and understand the best use cases for the devices, but will soon deploy it to regional headquarter offices and then to enterprise WeWork customers. WeWork has also integrated Alexa for Business with Zendesk so users can report a problem in the room with their voice. This is the latest move by Amazon to make their voice technology ubiquitous, not only in the home, but in the workplace as well.
I am very, very excited about this.
Yes, this is going to be great.
So I've looked at it on Zoom, which we use a lot. Actually, has a skill where you literally just say start a Zoom meeting and it will do it. To me, that's exciting. Actually, at home I have them. I actually used them for conferencing, just calling in because you can actually call from Alexa to phones, which is kind of fun. But this for conferences, that'd be great. Yeah. Like how many times you sit in a conference room in any building and you're like, it takes 10 minutes before you get anything set up.
Yeah.
That's my other question. How easy is it going to be to set up?
And I guess they're going to just have the Echoes or whatever device they have. They'll just have them hard mounted in the conference rooms and you'll just walk in and get going. So how do they authenticate who's using what through? Because I know that Alexa they're starting to do some voice profiles for individual devices. How does it, when you go in a conference room and WeWork and use the Alexa there, is it just working off of whatever WeWork backend is programmed in there, or how does that work?
So I'm not sure how that's actually going to work for WeWork because it's going to be a whole bunch of companies. When you have it for your own, in your own place, that's easier, right? Because Zoom has its own sort of room, big company conference thing, so you can just walk in. Apparently with Zoom, it's going to be like Zoom. If you want to just start a meeting, like start a meeting number 1, 2, 3 or something like that, and I think that's going to do it.
Okay, so it's generic but yeah, I see what you're saying.
Or like start my meeting, and it's tied to that conference room.
It's tied because you've booked that room.
Yeah, but you can do that in the big enterprise level of Zoom, not the ones we use. But I'm not sure how they're going to do WeWork. That's going to be interesting.
Yeah, that'll be pretty cool. We are, full disclosure, we use WeWork, so this is something that's near and dear to us. We'll be using this quite frequently, I'm sure. Okay. And speaking of Alexa skills, the E-Commerce Minute has an Alexa skill. Bart, would you like to tell us how? There's Alexa. She's talking to me again.
Hey, it's Alexa.
So, speaking of, she's having a problem.
It's always the fun. Anyway, so yes, we have an Alexa skill. You can just go to Alexa's app and search for E-Commerce Minute, and it's going to be, you can have it as part of your news cycle in the skills.
So you can have the part of your flash briefing. You just add it to your flash briefing.
Yeah, it's just a flash briefing, and it's just in the thing. It's going to read through our story like you would listen to anything else.
That is very cool.
I listen to John's voice every single morning. It is so wonderful to wake up.
It's so soothing to wake up to my voice.
Not really.
So yeah, I was looking at some of our stats real quick. We have someone who's actually listened to us via Sonos. We have listeners now from India, United Kingdom, Colombia, Mexico, Sweden, Nigeria, Ireland, Netherlands, Poland, Canada, and the US of A. Thank you to all of our listeners. And you can find all of our show notes at ecommerceminute.co. That's our e-commerce minute for today. We'll see you on the internet tomorrow. That's it for today's show. If you like the show, subscribe to E-commerce Minute anywhere podcasts are available. You can also read the show notes and listen to previous episodes at ecommerceminute.co. And finally, if you've got feedback or suggestions for the show, reach out to us on social media at Sumo Heavy.
The podcast you just heard was recorded with Anchor. If you want to make your own, download the Android or iOS app completely free from anchor.fm/podcast. That's anchor.fm/podcast.